Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Are y'all paying attention out there? Have you seen what's... Of course you have. You've seen, though, what's happening with Bitcoin? Holy hell. I gotta tell you, so I've been in the world of crypto, as many of you know, for 3 years now. And I have not seen price action like this since right after I entered the tail end of 2017 when Bitcoin ultimately hit its all-time high. But as I'm sitting here recording this, and you can see it's on your screen, Bitcoin's at $15,522.17. Holy hell! Here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing. There's an XRP chart analyst. He's one of the opinions he shared. It's just one individual of many I'll be citing in this particular video. But he says that XRP is ready for BLASTOFF and states his case as to why he thinks more likely than not that's going to be an accurate general position. There's so much going on here right now, though. And I know as XRP's been trading sideways, people sometimes get a little bit frustrated, this or that. I understand it. But I just look at the price action, the way it's occurred historically, and I think that ultimately this is all just going to work itself out. I'll share with you more specifics as we get going here. But before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap the like button, I would definitely appreciate the support. And also, if you are enjoying this little price action burst that we've been seeing, even though it's for Bitcoin and not XRP yet, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel, because this is not a home for maximalists of any kind. So even though I'm most interested in the long-term success and viability of XRP, and this is an XRP-centric channel, let's celebrate the positive price action of Bitcoin. Plus, on top of that, like, XRP is following Bitcoin. It has for 8 years, roughly. So maybe that kind of matters, just saying. Also, I want to be clear, I don't have a financial background of any kind, so you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write, and I am not offering financial advice of any kind. I just think that it's fun to talk about this stuff and make YouTube videos as a hobby. That is it. All right, so XRP is at 24.4 cents. Market cap's at $436 billion. And look at Bitcoin dominance climbing. Holy hell. Look at this, 66.09%. Will it stay like that? Perhaps not. And I'll share with you potentially why that's the case. But first, I do want to show you this. For those of you that care to look at your screen, whatever device you are streaming this on, you don't feel like you have to, especially if you're driving. You keep your hands on the wheel at 10 and 2, motorist. Don't you to become crashed into an animal like a fish. You know, buddy, got time for that. But I got the 30-day chart for Bitcoin on your screen right here. Up, 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 and away. 24-hour high, $15,645. So all the people, as the bubble popped in late 2017, that said, this is the end of crypto, write the obituary for Bitcoin. Well, holy hell yeah, couldn't have been more wrong, because not that far away from Bitcoin's all-time high. It's just a matter of time for this all to happen. Market cycles are doing what they're doing. It's like, we are witnessing, we are witnessing a market cycle at a particular point. It's just like, for all the videos that I've made where I've mentioned this and highlighted that, I'm sure most of you have seen it at this point probably, it's from Time Magazine. It's called the, what did they technically title? Like the Wall Street Cheat Sheet, I think is what they labeled it. And it just shows the emotions of a market cycle and what makes it go up and down, because it's not all logic-based. Like, we are witnessing a very fun portion of that right now. It's on your freaking screen. And this is exciting for me as an XRP holder, because I know what happens after this. I've seen this movie, and I have no reason to believe that it's going to be any different. Maybe it will be, but I kind of doubt it. I think XRP, it's going to lag behind however long, and then it's going to burst off. But take a look at this. Here's a tweet from fellow XRP YouTuber and chart analyst, Blockchain Backer, who wrote the following. Eyes are glued to this. XRP price chart set up for BLASTOFF as Bitcoin reaches rotation zone. So he put out a video about this today, which I checked out. And he actually thinks that there's a real strong case to be made for potentially Bitcoin to hit some heavy resistance somewhere in the neighborhood of $16,000. And he thinks that if indeed that happens, that could actually be the trigger for an alt season. And so that's why he thinks that XRP, along with really other altcoins, are positioned for BLASTOFF effectively. And he made his case as to why. So if you want the technical reasons, I'd encourage you to just dive into his video. I try and stay out of the technical stuff as much as possible, because that's just not the purpose of this. I like to share a bunch of opinions from analysts on this channel, but I try as best as I can to stay away from the technical reasons as to why. And I think most people are kind of like that. Because, look, most of us aren't traders. You can hear people describe in a technical sense what's going on, and most of it's just, it's over our head because we haven't taken the time and don't want to learn what all that means. We just want to know, it's like cut to the chase. Like, what is your ultimate opinion? That's generally where I'm coming from. But for those of you that are interested in TA, you got a great explanation in thorough detail from Blockchain Backer if you care to check that out. I think it's a great video anyway, so thought I'd share that with you. And then you've got this. Bitcoin hits another 2020 high, breaches $15,000. Only yesterday, Bitcoin was hovering above the $14,000 range, a phenomenon not seen for the last 2 years, to say the least. However, Bitcoin underwent a slight dip in prices from its $14,000 range to roughly $13,520 during Wednesday's Asian trading hours, or more specifically, after President Trump's victory in Florida, but the trend immediately reversed, with Bitcoin resuming its bull run and continuing to rally. In the last few weeks, Bitcoin prices have rallied from the $10,600 range to a more recent $13,800. But Bitcoin is still continuing its upward momentum. In fact, some traders and investors speculate that Bitcoin could well be on its way to an entirely new target of $17,000. So far, with counting still going on in key states, U.S. media companies report that Democrat Joe Biden seems to be getting closer to winning the 2020 election. Meanwhile, President Trump has reportedly filed lawsuits in key states hoping to stop the counting of votes. And for those of you that thought perhaps that we'd see crypto and maybe the stock market in general just tank because of the chaos here, reasonable to think maybe that would have happened, but that, to this point anyway, has not happened. Right now, crypto's just like, I don't give a damn who the president is. That's basically what the markets are telling us, right? And it's interesting too, because like even if we saw something like that, it doesn't do anything to change the ultimate macro trend. I don't know of any analysts that I've read anyway or watched videos from that would indicate that happens. It's more about like short term. Like even with Blockchain Backer, he wasn't saying like just because there was resistance, even if resistance is hit, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin's ride is suddenly over for some extended period of time. It just means that you could see a bunch of money flow back into altcoins, which is a cycle that I've frankly been talking about for some time, because even with me not being a chart analyst and not really being interested in learning how to read charts, I do not have genuine interest at all. I'm still aware of these concepts. I see the way that money flows, and that's just how it is. I don't know that it's always going to be like that. In fact, I suspect not. I think that cryptocurrencies, all altcoins, will ultimately decouple from Bitcoin, but it's going to take a while here. And then there was this headline from News BTC. Bitcoin just set new post-2017 highs, and analysts expect further upside. And I don't want to cover too much of this. I kind of wanted to jump down to, I think, the bottom. I think this is what I was intending to do. Trader, lack of retail interest in Bitcoin, and ultra bullish sign. Yeah, I think this is the part. One trend that could signal this Bitcoin rally has immense room for growth is the lack of retail investors entering the market. This shows that there is serious dry powder that could soon flood in and send Bitcoin significantly higher. And here's a quote. Bitcoin just did 50% in less than 2 months, almost 300% since March. No normies yet, no serious HTF resistance outside of 16K. NGL, which I believe is not gonna lie, the silence is encouraging. And the longer this continues, the higher this next cycle is going to reach, one analyst stated. So if indeed that's correct, and there's not a bunch of just regular everyday type of people trading yet relative to what you saw in say 2017, especially towards the end of the year, and we still have these price levels, that's really something. But, it also, as I've been watching this is why I was saying, I've been kind of joking over the last week when I've been making videos about price, and whether I'm talking about Bitcoin or XRP, whatever, I've just been kind of joking that the people that emotionally buy and sell, I've been jokingly calling them useful idiots. And there is truth to it. That's why it's kind of funny. It doesn't mean they're actually idiots. The behavior is ridiculous and absurd to me. That's why I'm saying that. But yeah, useful idiots here. And they're doing what I want and expect them to do. And so I fully expect that even the poor people that bought towards the top of the Bitcoin cycle, I believe that even those people, if they held on to it, and I don't know if most did, many probably panic sold on the way down, I bet I feel like as close to 100% confident in this as possible, that they'd ultimately get their full investment back and then some if they just held it. But people emotionally buy and sell, even though market cycles are a thing. This is not something that is disputed. You know, it doesn't mean that there's a promise of specific outcomes, but damn it, man. Like, crypto is not going away. Emotionally buying and selling because something isn't happening the way you want it to on your particular time frame is childish and silly, in my humble opinion. It's better to just chill out, let the useful idiots do what they do in terms of providing volatility. And it is genuinely useful that these people behave in this irrational way. It's genuinely useful. Because without volatility, we wouldn't have the asymmetrical returns that we've enjoyed over the past decade as an asset class, as the crypto asset class. Like, you wouldn't have it. And so I just recognize humans are going to do this. And now we're at this fun part where they've really been ramping up the price of Bitcoin, and I know what follows historically. XRP price action. And it's going to lag behind other top 10 coins, I'd be willing to bet. Hell, who knows? Maybe it even goes down a position in terms of market cap. I don't know. But it's not going to go away. It's not going to go away, and it will have its parabolic bull run, I personally believe, which again is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my everyday Joe Schmo opinion here for fun. But I do feel very strongly about that. In my mind, there's effectively no way, unless something horrendously unforeseen happens, that XRP is not going to hit its all-time high of $3.84 eventually, and then enter a new level of price discovery. Like, that would be super freaking weird to me. Now, here's another opinion from Akash Giramath, who writes for AMB Crypto, not as confident, at least in the short term, about XRP, but I love diversity of thought and analysis, and so let's just see what he had to say here. XRP is still the fourth largest crypto. However, it might not if it fails to surge this bull run. There are quite a lot of cryptocurrencies vying to take this spot, and it might just happen if XRP doesn't stop hemorrhaging. And I'm going to pause there. It's basically trading sideways. You know, has it not been? I mean, if you look here, I mean, yeah, it's down a little bit. I think hemorrhaging is too strong a word. Let me pull up the chart, though. Here's the 30-day for XRP. Does that look like hemorrhaging to you? See, to me, it's just like people, nothing personal against the writer. It's just like you're scaring people and you don't need to. Like, that's a certain level of fear, uncertainty, and doubt that I don't think is appropriate. That's 30 days of trading more or less sideways. A hair down, you can make the argument. Fine. Not hemorrhaging. Come on, man. And so, look, and despite this, it has, though, and look, in terms of its market cap position, fine. It can move. It could go down. It can go up, whatever. But generally, for almost an entire decade, at least for as long as XRP's been traded on the open market, so, close to 8 years or probably, yeah, I guess it's close to that at this point. It's maintained its relative position in terms of market cap. Yeah, it wobbles a little bit. It's been in the number 2 spot. It's been in the number, I think, 5 spot. I can't remember how low it's gotten. But the point is, it's been up there the whole damn time. And things only keep getting better around the XRP ecosystem and real-world development, and we think it's reasonable that people are not going to continue speculating in a positive overall sense, especially when Bitcoin's rocketing. Do we really think that? To me, it strikes me as either too unsophisticated a position or disingenuous. I'm not sure. Like, it doesn't ring true to me. So again, I'm happy to share all of these diverse views, but I want to throw in my opinion on top here. But anyway, they're right. Forming a descending, broadening wedge, XRP's price looks bearish for the time being. By the way, altcoins in general have been performing more or less like this, so it's not just XRP. Let's not pretend it is. Anyway, the awesome oscillator showed a decrease in the bearish sentiment from the sellers. However, it hasn't crossed the zero line yet. Hence, it isn't a confirmed bullish signal. We can expect XRP, like other alts, to just drop more as Bitcoin continues to rise. Yeah, for now, and that makes perfect sense. Although if blockchain backer is correct and in the short term, Bitcoin does peak out around 16,000 or so, money could start flowing back into to XRP and other coins, and who knows? Because even before you have the next XRP parabolic rise, I won't be surprised if it goes up 30, 40, 50 cents, 60, whatever it is, because that's not going to be the true crazy parabolic move that I'm looking for, even if that does happen sooner than later, which it could. The biggest parabolic moves, historically anyway, and there's been a few of them, they've come after very long terms of relative sideways trading. So if it's going to behave like that moving forward, then maybe that's reasonable to expect. And I'm just going to sit here and be patient. I'm not going to be crying about it, which I expect to see all sorts of people crying about the price action of XRP as the market moves up and XRP doesn't do it in lockstep with Bitcoin. Because even though it follows Bitcoin, it's not down to the second, the minute, the day, the week, the month, whatever. You zoom out on a chart and you'll see it, but no, not on the shorter time frames necessarily. So, I don't know. It's an exciting time to be here, man, because even if, like, think about it. In 2017, XRP traded sideways for about half a year before going on its parabolic rally. Well, what if we have to wait 6 or, God forbid, 12 months? And I'm not saying that's even going to happen, but what if? Would that really be the freaking end of the world? If Bitcoin's ramping up like crazy now, what if it does hit its all-time high this calendar year, and then we only have to wait another, who knows? What if it is just 6 to 12 months beyond that for XRP to have its parabolic run? Look, I've been in this in 3 years now, and to me, the whole name of the game, it's just patience and long-term thinking. And so if it takes, X amount of months, whatever it ends up being, or even longer, I'm going to be here. I'm not going away. I'm not going to be one of these useful idiots that results in such ridiculous price volatility. I appreciate that they're out there doing their thing and acting irrationally, but no thanks, I will not be participating, good sir. All right, I'll go ahead and wrap it up there. But I think this is an exciting time. I hope you're feeling that too. Like, I'm feeling really good about this. Even though XRP is slightly down, if you want to look at it over the last 30 days in general, so what? I am feeling great about this. I really genuinely am. But I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.